Madridistas, get your hearts ready. The bombshell dropped straight from Paris. Mbappé shone, making history against Ukraine. But something late in the match weighed on the mood. The joy of the goal turned into a tense silence, and now the Meringue fans are holding their breath. He scored the second goal, tying Thierry Henry for most goals with the French national team, and everything seemed under control. But as the lights went out, cameras caught the star touching his leg and exchanging serious glances with the bench. Coincidence or warning? The truth is that when it comes to Mbappé, every gesture, every expression, every step becomes front-page news. And here, you follow it all, with your heart in your hand and your eyes on the shield. But before we continue, I need to remind you, are you subscribed to the channel yet? Have you activated the bell? Like it now and comment below if you believe Mbappé is the best player in the world right now. This is Renan, the commentator who feels every emotion emanating from the Bernabeu. This is Real Madrid with soul, with passion, with blood in its veins. And today, the atmosphere in the Whites' locker room is one of quiet tension. This video is more than news, it's a warning. The French star who arrived as a fulfilled promise could suddenly become a felt absence, and that changes everything in Ancelotti's plan. So come with me, because what happened in the World Cup qualifiers could be decisive for the start of the most anticipated.
Did you like this analysis, Madrid fan? Then leave a like, subscribe to the channel and comment. Who deserves to be a starter in Xabi Alonso's new Real? Let's exchange ideas. This is Madrid until the last second.
Season in recent years. Hala Madrid, always. Real Madrid started the season with its foot firmly on the accelerator. The preseason revealed a relaxed, organized team with a thirst for trophies. But the biggest difference? One name? Kylian Mbappé. He's not just the signing of the decade. He's the new face of the Real Madrid project, the centerpiece of the attack, the man to be marked by three, the one who breaks lines, drags down defenses, and decides matches. Mbappé has already become the team's attacking heart. And when the ball rolls, everything goes through him. The number 10 has already scored, provided assists, and demonstrated lightning-fast synergy with Vinny Jr. and Bellingham. Real's attack became pure electricity. Ancelotti sees Mbappé as a silent leader, the kind who speaks to the ball, and the fans embraced him quickly. Shirts sold out. Chants rang out at the Bernabeu. The Frenchman's every run is a rallying cry from the stands. But that's where the fear comes in. The season has barely started and Real Madrid is already relying on its biggest star. Mbappé's absence could compromise the squad's rhythm, confidence, and cohesion. That's why each FIFA World Cup becomes a torment. France calls him up, puts him on the field, and Madrid holds its breath. One game, one scare, one pain, and everything can change. What happened against Ukraine was a typical moment when everything seems fine, until one detail changes the course of history. And that's what we need to talk about. 3. Focus on the central player or dramatic situation. Mbappé entered the field like a king. All eyes were on him. Cameras, commentators, opponents. The weight of France's number 10 jersey on his shoulders and the mission of carrying the history of French football forward. And he did what he knows best. A stunning goal, a fierce run, a crisp shot, and the corner of the net. He equaled Thierry Henry and became the second highest scorer in the history of the national team at just 26 years.
Did you like this analysis, Madrid fan? Then leave a like, subscribe to the channel and comment. Who deserves to be a starter in Xabi Alonso's new Real? Let's exchange ideas. This is Madrid until the last second.
Old. What he's doing is terrifying. But something after the goal caught my attention. The celebration lacked its usual sparkle. No big smile, no explosion. And in the final minutes, the subtle gesture. Hand on leg, frown, quick conversation with the bench. Was it just fatigue? Was it a twinge? Was it the tension of someone who feels something and doesn't want to alarm anyone? Only he knows. But anyone who follows football with the eyes of someone who lives the game understands when something is out of the ordinary. At the sidelines, the looks changed. The staff watched. And on the other side of the screen, We fans began to imagine 1,000 things. After all, when our number 10 touches the leg, the heart of the Bernabeu sinks. The climate of uncertainty took hold. Social media exploded. Hashtags like Mbappé injury and Mbappé OK emerged almost simultaneously. The Real Madrid community entered a state of vigilance. And when the concern arrives before the diagnosis, the fan already.
Did you like this analysis, Madrid fan? Then leave a like, subscribe to the channel and comment. Who deserves to be a starter in Xabi Alonso's new Real? Let's exchange ideas. This is Madrid until the last second.
Prepares emotionally for the worst, even if deep down, they hope with all their might that it's just a scare. Mbappé is a player who redefines the concept of constant danger. When he accelerates, the stadium holds its breath. When he dribbles, defenders retreat in panic. And when he finishes, it's as if time stands still to watch the ball kiss the net. He is art in motion. The goal against Ukraine was pure instinct, pure reading of the game. He saw the space, took off like a dart, and struck it, cleanly into the corner, all in seconds. That's what sets him apart. He thinks and executes faster than any defender can react. But it's precisely this intensity that's worrying. A player who lives at the limit of physical explosion, sprinting, and constant speed requires special care. The body feels it, even more so in a suffocating schedule like the current one. Mbappé already spoke about this in a recent interview. He criticized the excessive number of games and the lack of rest days. He said, "The human body has limits, and when a star player says this, it's because something has been signaling something for some time." During the preseason, he was closely monitored by Real Madrid. He underwent individual preparation and a reduced workload in some training sessions, all to avoid injuries. But could this recent scare be the result of a silent overload? Technically, Mbappé remains the difference maker. He's the most vertical, most lethal, and most unpredictable player on the squad. He can decide with a touch, a cut, a turn. He's the one who breaks lines and changes storylines. But if his physical condition starts to take its toll, Real Madrid will have to come up with a contingency plan. And that's the hard part. How do you replace someone who has no replacement? As soon as the game ended, rumors began. The first came from the French press, which suggested that Mbappé might be rested against Iceland, their next opponent in the qualifiers. Was it a precaution? Was it something more serious? No one confirmed anything. In Spain, newspapers have gone on alert. Some say Real Madrid has requested a detailed report from the French coaching staff. Others even talk of an early return to Valdebebas for preventive tests. The club, as usual, has not commented. But behind the scenes, it's known that the medical department is on standby. Any sign of discomfort will be treated with top priority. Mbappé is the squad's most valuable asset. Theories abounded in fan groups, forums, and social media. Some said it was just a cramp. Others pointed to the string of tough games. Some even suggested muscle stress accumulated since the end of last season. The truth is, no one wants to take any chances. The Champions League debut is approaching. The derbies are approaching too, and losing Mbappé now would be a brutal blow to Real Madrid's hopes in all competitions. Journalists close to the club claim that Carlo Ancelotti already has a plan B in place if he needs to rest the star player in the coming rounds. The idea would be to give Rodrigo more minutes and adapt Vini to a more central role. But none of this will be necessary if it's just a scare. And that's what all Madrid fans are clinging to right now. The hope that worry will turn into relief, that pain will turn into rest, and that the scare will become history. Real Madrid is no longer a team in reconstruction. It's a team on the rise. And Mbappé is the ultimate symbol of this new cycle. His presence on the Ursu field changes the dynamics of the game, the behavior of opponents, and even the attitude of his teammates. Without him, the attack loses its focus. Depth diminishes, space disappears, unpredictability fades. The team becomes more predictable, less incisive. It's like taking the spark out of an engine. And this affects everything. La Liga, where every point matters. The Copa del Rey, where you can't afford to make mistakes. The Champions League, where details matter. A Real Madrid without Mbappé is a more human Real Madrid, and less feared. For the coach, it's a puzzle. Reorganizing the attack without its key player requires time and adjustments. Rodrigo, Vinny, Endrick, they can all thrive with more prominence, but none of them delivers Mbappé's complete package. In the locker room, the emotional impact is also strong. Seeing a star player feeling something creates insecurity. And a squad that was on a high note may feel the weight of this absence. Individual well-being, collective confidence depends on. But there's another side. This scare could serve as a warning, an early warning to better manage the workload, minutes, and training sessions. Real Madrid can use this situation to protect their star player and, in turn, better prepare the rest of the squad. And, if it's just a precaution, then this scare will have been a blessing in disguise. A reminder that, in modern football, prevention is better than haste, and Real, as always, needs to be one step ahead. And now, it's your turn, Madrid fan. I want to know what you think about this situation. Is Mbappé, for you, the best player in the world? Is he already Real Madrid's leader? Or does he still need to achieve something more to cement his name in the club's history? On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate his performance so far? And more importantly, do you think Real Madrid should rest him in smaller games or play him whenever possible? Comment below, because your opinion builds this community. We are thousands of Madrid fans connected by the same passion, the same jersey, the same crest, and your voice is part of this story. There are no silent fans here. Everyone here cheers, suffers, celebrates, and discusses like one big Madridista family. So, comment, share, and send this video to that friend who also loves Real Madrid. If you liked this script, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell, because here is hot news with blood in our eyes and hearts on the microphone. This season promises intense emotions, and each of our videos is a chapter in this soap opera called Real Madrid. With Mbappé in the squad, anything is possible. But with you watching, everything gets better. See you in the next video. Until then, Madridistas. And remember, together we are stronger. Together we are Real Madrid. Hala Madrid, always.